times we have our own like clash and wars. You know, like the what's that Marvel film? Why am I forgetting it? When Iron Man versus Captain America.
Oh, Civil War.
Right. So in this country, we have our own civil war anyway, which stop immediately, but it's not. Africans versus Caribbeans.
Oh, Walla.
Yeah, Wahala. Yeah, we still have that now. So imagine if we didn't have that, because remember, Americans don't have that mess. I mean, they have that, the East Coast versus the West Coast, the Bloods and the Crips, all that kind of stuff there, but that's different. They still have that motivation to have their own stuff, their own productions, their own, functions. Whilst over here, we're beginning it, but it's the way we're doing it. It's like, oh, this is by an African man. This is by a Jamaican man. It's literally that sort of nonsense going on. It's like, oh, man, you're black, all right, and you're black as well. Shush your eyes. Come, let's continue working.
It's very but I saw with some of it that it's in some areas. I watched that film with Blue Story.
Yeah,
What's it called? The different areas, like in one, like Peckham was Caribbean, or like Deptford was more African. It's one or the other, and there was a big
no,
that's part.
Peckham is more Lagos, it's more
Okay,
West African, and
okay,
Deptford, I'll say a bit more Caribbean.
okay,
But
yeah.
yeah, I'm glad you mentioned that because I forgot about Deptford for a second. I was thinking more my old original area, Lambeth. I'm thinking Brixton because the amount of war that happened between Brixton and Beckham when I was growing up, when I was in school, it was carnage. The only place where it was calm was Camberwell. Reason why? 'Cause just right in the middle. Brixton's there, Peckham's there. Camberwell is right there.
There's a bit of. I heard now that things have got to the stage where there's fights between two different blocks in the same postcode.
Same postcode, yeah, that gets on my nerves. Instead of just boroughs, now it's postcode, and I think so. But hold on, in Streatham, you're gonna be stepping on here, and then you're gonna be stepping over there, just across the road. What are you guys playing at? And do you pay rent? I'd be like, young man, what? Oh, so your mum don't even own these roads. I understand if these boys came from like Dulwich, because there's families that run those roads. That's why we have like toll system. You have to go pay a certain tax rate to get your vehicle from one end to another. But gang, really? Postcode? No, no, no.
Hmm.
It's silly. And the worst thing about it, again, from my perspective, when I know certain people from all these gangs, and I go, I'm gonna see you next week. You're gonna come to the christening next week, and you're gonna see me next Friday at our cousin's birthday cookout. You're gonna see you like next week because we go to the same university. I'm like literally as black people, it's too small for beef. You know what I'm saying? It's too small because we'll know each other's parents or aunties, uncles, and cousins. We know too many people, especially in the Caribbean. Like we know way too many in the West Indies.
You're too close together. You'll know each
Yeah,
other, and
all
it's
the small islands know each other. It's like, yeah, I know you, you know my cousin, you're my godfather, you're your godmother, and yeah, you. It's just nah. It's that monopoly messed up.
hmm. And that's often sometimes where the biggest wars in. Look at Game of Thrones or the War of the Roses. They were families. If you look at
And
what
they're
the
family.
story
Yeah,
that
exactly.
involved that war, they were families. So
Yeah,
when you have such closeness, sometimes the hatred is deeper.
it does. Yeah, that's actually a good point. You know, they say blood's thicker than water. You tell them, whew, they've told me twice. Yeah, that. Mm. But it's still silly though. Like, oh, you can't step on here on this road because it's my road, it's our road. You gotta pay £10. Yeah, blah blah blah. What? Pay who? I will pay you 10 backhands. Yeah, and I'll tell your mama, like, move out my way. Like, yeah.
But comedy is a bit like that as well in some respects, isn't it? With different, there's lots of everyone talks about there's a lot of cliques in London, but I think it's all the way
Yeah,
in
there's a
different
lot of
in
clips.
America, in New York, in LA. There's so many cliques and so many different wars.
But I mean, the American ones, they'll be more in your face about it, saying that, yeah, this is my homie. I F with this one. I da 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 da. They'll tell you clearly because they have nothing to hide. They just live another day. Whilst in this country, it's more like, hi, What are you doing here? Ah, I see. You know, it's like that.